car makes these weird noises. I'm pretty excited about mounting the camera that I'm using right now onto this bigger Gorilla tripod. I've been using the smaller one, and this is the Sony a7riii. It's a heavy camera. I've got the Sony 16x35 f4 lens that's not too heavy, but goodness gracious, this it was just time. And I was able to save up some Best Buy gift cards and got that all settled. So this is kind of like what real vloggers use, like Sean Durst. Except I think his camera's a lot lighter. This thing's heavy. Joe, try to hold it up. Try to vlog with it. Use 2 hands. Is that pretty heavy? You gotta turn it on yourself if you're gonna vlog.
Ow.
Turn it around. You have to talk to the camera.
Oh wait, I gotta go. Ooh. If
hold it out. Hold it out.
Can I try? Is it recording?
It's recording. You have to hold it out far. Let me see. Turn it this way. You have to hold it still.
I'm trying. It's so heavy.
So maybe you should stick to using a GoPro or phone for vlogging. Because this is pretty heavy. Who's that? Who's that? So a little trick that you can do when you're vlogging with a Sony camera, because they don't have any flip out screens, is I need to do some color correction for going outside, because I'm trying to shoot more manual than all the auto settings, because inside completely different lighting situation. So I go into the settings and focus mode is continuous, but I want to change the ISO, see what looks good, see if I need to change aperture, all that kind of stuff. If I want to see more blue sky, let's go back to the ISO, make it brighter. Yeah. So I'm gonna actually go back to, it's on F10 right now, and then switch in the ISO so that we can see me when I talk. And that's just a little trick that you can do, because your hand tone is gonna be pretty similar to your face tone. This is definitely a much heavier camera than what I'm used to with the A6500 back when I was vlogging before. But don't tell anybody, or at least don't tell my wife, that I'm borrowing her sunglasses. I left my sunglasses back in my car, so I'm not gonna get those again. But she's like, these are the only sunglasses that I have, or you know, something like that. Or she's actually just proud of those, because she's been doing these brand ambassador kind of jobs. And let's see what side they have it. It is Blue Chair Bay, and it's the new Kenny Chesney, I think it's rum. My little girl, she blesses my heart sometimes, because she asks me like all the time, what are you doing, Dad? Where are you going, Dad? Where are you going? What are you gonna do? And I'm just like, why do you ask me these questions so much? And she's just like, maybe because I want to do it with you. So I'm just like, all right, my heart's melted a little bit, but gotta move past it, because I want her to be involved with my life a lot more now, because I'm working full-time at home. Got my own business now, up and running full-time instead of a side gig. It is my full-time gig now. But anyways, these vlogs, I know I'm gonna be like so many rabbit trails. That might be just the name of my vlog, is Rabbit Trail Vlogs, because the main purpose of what I want to talk about is leaving behind a good reputation, and how important it is to actually just build good relationships and stuff like that. So recently I left my day job. I was working at a behavioral health center, working as a social media coordinator and also prevention specialist, but I don't know why I get out of breath so much when I vlog. But let me just try to slow down and just kind of take it easy. But at the same time, this thing is heavy, so I want to get through this. But I want to talk about something that really meant a lot to me. Was, you know, I left the job. It wasn't necessarily on the note that I wanted it to, not anything like anybody around me did. It was just a completely just complicated situation. If you really want to know about it, send me a message and I'll talk to you about what happened. I quit, but they wanted to still honor me. They took me out to lunch today, and that's just like, that's the kind of people that I was working around, and I'll never forget that. They were some great people that I got to work with these last few years, and I'll cherish just moments like that. That meant a lot to me, and it just kind of made me step back and think about, you know, no matter how difficult a situation might be, no matter where you're at, you've got to leave a good impression through the time that you're there, because building relationships are so important. And it just meant a lot to me that they thought enough of me to take me out to lunch after I wasn't even working with them anymore. But that's just the way that Prevention family is like. We're a tight-knit family, work family, I guess you could say that. We grew tight together. It's just the kind of people that end up working in prevention, at least at that prevention office. All right, so yeah, that's the main message of this vlog, but there's a lot of thoughts going through my head today. I want to bring back the vlog. It's something I just enjoy doing. It stretches me, it takes me out of my comfort zone, forces me to just constantly create, to always be looking for ways to create something on the video and photo platform. Things are just a lot different now than what they were before. Beforehand, I was like, what would be interesting about a guy that has a 8-to-5 job, comes home, spends time with the family, works on what he can as far as Bain tech or Bain creative stuff goes, and then goes to bed and does it all over the next morning. It was just too busy, and I couldn't put this kind of stuff in front of my Bain creative projects like weddings and all that kind of stuff. So that's a huge reason why there wasn't a lot of Bain tech kind of stuff going on, vlogging, just my extracurricular kind of creative kind of things. But now I want to take you through the journey of becoming or being an entrepreneur in the creative field. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I hate saying that word. Business owner. I'm just gonna say business owner. Entrepreneur. I hate saying the manure part. It sounds like poop. But yeah. The challenge though that I'm facing is that I'm kind of on this path of trying to do a minimalistic or minimalism kind of journey. I've had so much clutter in my life, like in almost every aspect, whether it's just even in my digital life, social media, apps, my clothes. Like the last day or so, I've been cleaning out a bunch of stuff. We've listing a lot of stuff online, so you could check it out. Facebook, local, marketplace kind of stuff, or even eBay. But man, just stuff that's just been laying around I'm not using. I used to use the excuse of like, you know, I might need this sometime or whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to, it's still not perfect, but I'm trying to get there to where I just have what I need and nothing more. The idea behind minimalism is that it's a distraction-free mentality, and that's what I need in my life. And like I said, I've been going through all my stuff. I got, man, more than half the shirts that were hanging up in my closet I wasn't even wearing. So what's the point of keeping that kind of stuff? And I'm just going to constantly try to chip away at different aspects of my life like that. So with that said, some more thoughts came about my online digital life. I'm pretty spread thin in that area, so I'm really considering on consolidating my efforts into just like 2 accounts. I've got Bain Tech, I've got Bain Creative, I've also got Joshua Bain. That's like the different mediums that I have. Now Bain Tech is kind of self-explanatory. It's just the different things like you know, just smartphones and tech and all that kind of stuff. But then there's Bain Creative, which is the business. And then the Joshua Bain stuff, I've kind of let it be reserved as things like vlogging, things I'm passionate about, ideas, thoughts, creative process, just kind of like a variety kind of thing. But I'm really considering on combining Bain Tech with the Joshua Bain and letting the business side stuff be its own separate entity and develop an audience that appreciates me versus just tech. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments about what you think I should do. I even had the suggestion from somebody else I was talking to today about the whole issue And I gotta check and see if I'm still recording or not. Yep, 9 minutes in and we're still recording. But what I wanted to, but what he said was, have I considered combining Bain Tech and Bain Creative, because they're both, in the long run, what I want to do is have more creative lifestyle kind of stuff versus just tech things. I have an audience going on with Bain Tech, but it's kind of dwindled down, and a lot of it came from giveaways, so it wasn't like organic growth. So it almost feels like I can start on a clean slate versus just trying to start fresh on the Joshua Bain side or even Bain Creative. Yeah, my thoughts are going everywhere. But anyways, like that's like what's been going on in my head lately. I've had a lot of time, or a lot more time, to kind of think about stuff, or focus, a lot more time to be able to focus. Not saying I have a lot more time, which I do have a lot more time. It's just I'm able to focus on what I want to focus on during the times that it's time to focus on that kind of stuff. How things are going as far as work life now, it's been a better, this one, yep. The work-life balance is so much better. The mentality that I'm trying to break now is, and I'm probably going to go into more detail about this subject in another video, is breaking mentalities. The mentality that I'm kind of struggling through right now is, man, like like I said, I had the 40-hour-a-week work job from 8 to 5, the whole week. I'll come home, spend time with the family, do what I need to do with all that. And then I would go into any kind of work that I needed to get done. In my weekends, and if I wasn't shooting a wedding, I was editing videos. I was just constantly working on stuff. And that's the mentality that's been difficult, because even I was just telling someone that was at church on a couple Wednesdays ago, it's like I feel like once I get home from church, I have to start working on something. And I don't, because now I put in those hours throughout the day and I can enjoy my family, I can do some personal things, I can, just the work-life balance is really cool. So I'm definitely looking to making a video about that subject alone. And my arm is tired, so I'm gonna end the vlog. Can you say bye to everybody, Olivia? Bye. Say bye.
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 Bye. What you do?
Yeah, I told you she was pretty adamant about her sunglasses. She was coming out and I was like putting them behind my back.